Joining me live now is the Greens Upper House MP Cate Faehrmann. We just heard Tom Connell's analysis on Balmain. How are you feeling there, and more broadly this evening, Cate, about your prospects?
Yeah, look, I think, have run a very strong campaign. I have travelled around the state as an Upper House MP and an Upper House candidate, travelling around the state. And I tell you what, the mood for change, the mood to support the Greens is really, really strong. I've also been in Balmain this week, and again, people are wanting to support the Greens, particularly younger voters. I feel like we've really got the under 30s, the under 25s are really coming to the Greens in droves. And I just heard in terms of one of your stories there, a young person talking about the rental crisis. This has really played out very strongly in this campaign, and I think as a result we have a lot of young people in particular coming to the Greens because of what we've been saying on rents and on climate.
Andrew Clennell here. Has Chris Minns or any of his people or anyone from the Labor Party reached out to you over the past couple of weeks in terms of a minority government situation? I mean, we know these sort of calls occur when there's a close result at hand. Has anyone reached out and spoken to you?
Look, I mean, we have spoken to a lot of people on the campaign trail. Obviously, we've done a lot of different forums with a lot of different people from Labor and other sides of politics. You know, we haven't sat down and talked about things, picked up the phone and had conversations. Let's wait and see, obviously, what unfolds tonight. I'm sure there will be a lot of conversations happening over the next few days if it is a hung parliament. As we have said very clearly, very transparently, we won't support a Liberal national government, but we do want the Labor Party to go further if they expect our support in the event of a hung parliament. So no, we haven't kind of sat down. It's too soon to do that, but who knows what the night will bring, and we might be doing that in the coming days.
Chris Minns has said, Cate, that there are no deals. He won't do any deals. Will you work with Labor even if they're at odds with your policy, particularly on no new coal and gas?
Oh, look, I think what we need to see is Labor doing more to get our support, basically. They can't just expect us to, if they need, say, 3 seats, 4 seats more to form government, they simply can't expect the Greens to just come forward and support a Labor government without them giving anything in return. And I tell you what we have said in terms of the climate, in terms of ending coal and gas, we actually said this, I think it was a few days ago now, that the United Nations issued what they coined, they said was a survival guide for humanity, and that we actually can't allow new coal and gas. That's what we've got going on in New South Wales right now. We will be very strong and firm about that. But this is also about us talking to the Labor Party. Let's see kind of where we can get on those key issues. They are the issues that the voters have been talking to us about very strongly. I'm talking about rent, yes, climate, as well as native forest logging, pokies, of course, that's a big issue, as well as things like ratios for nurses, like safe levels of care in our hospitals. So we've kind of put forward what I think are pretty reasonable. Let's see where the discussions go. And as I said, it's way too early, of course, to really have these conversations, but we've put them out a few weeks ago now, so the voters know what we stood for, and let's see if they support that tonight.
Hey, Natalie Ward here, also a colleague in the Upper House. Great to see you. If you are speaking with Labor, and hey, how you doing? Good to be seeing you out there. But if you are negotiating with Labor in that event, and you do tend to back them in the Upper House in votes where we don't have numbers, and that seems to be the trend, will you be demanding that Labor agree to your proposals for legalising marijuana?
We haven't put that on the table, no. So, Nat, we are going to, in terms of our policies, it will be just like I have in the last 4 years. You know, I'll look at introducing legislation, campaigning to, yes, we need drug law reform, and yes, we do have a policy to tax and regulate cannabis like many other countries around the world are doing. And in fact, that is receiving a lot of support from voters too. But no, we haven't put it on the table as a balance of power demand. We haven't done that. But we will continue to campaign very strongly. I am confident tonight that we will pick up seats and we will come back with stronger numbers to be able to, have these various bills, various legislation like you've seen over the past 4 years. Let's see what happens. But no, it's not one of our balance of power demands.
Kids have the drugs at music festivals and getting rid of the dog sniffer searches, all part of the plan.
All right, well, we're going to wrap it up. Cate Faehrmann, Natalie Ward, thank you for your interventions as well.